Now I want to create more details on the shoe. I want to create this part of the detail here, and also just protrude this out a bit more and maybe show a little bit more indication of this part of the shoe. Now, of course, for the finer details like these stitches, you could actually do all that if you want in Substance Painter. This part right here, we could probably do that in Substance Painter too. Now, of course, the laces, we're gonna do that with a basic geometry in Blender. But yeah, right now we're just focusing on really doing the outer surface of the shoe. All right. I'm gonna go to sculpt mode here, and I think I actually need to make this slightly longer. The shoe part, I want to make it longer, so I'm gonna go to my side view here, and I'm gonna go ahead and mask this out. Control I, and I'm gonna go ahead and smooth this, and this. And go to my move, set pivot to mask border, and I don't see it. Set pivot to mask border. There you go. Alright, now I'm gonna go to move tool and just kind of move it up. Just a little longer, a little bit more height to it. I think that will be fine enough. Let's see here. That should be fine enough. And of course, since we have extruded it out, we need to go ahead and remesh this. Control R. Alright. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of smooth this. We do have quite a few amount, like we have more polygons to work with, so it's a good idea to just crank up the smoothing so you're able to smooth better. So remember, the more polygons you have, the more you really do need to increase your smoothing. And I'm gonna go to my draw and just kind of protrude this out slightly, and then just kind of smooth it. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, looking for this view, I'm gonna go to my draw sharp brush, and I'm gonna further indicate the area here. Right now I still have my stabilized stroke. I'm gonna turn off my stabilized stroke, crank this up. Yeah, so kind of indicating the indication of this detail of the shoe here, and also here. Okay, and we could also hold control, make this protrude out like this. Make this protrude out. This. So there's a obvious separation of the geometry. We could go to our clay strip and could even make this pop out more. So of course there are different ways of doing this. You could do that, or you could go to your masking and mask out that particular area that you want to stick out a bit more. This. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and smooth this. Control I to invert it. We go to our grab brush and just kind of slightly pull that out like this. All right. So the purpose of this is so that later we could add we know the separation of this from the shoe. Okay. Here you go. All right, and Alt M. I go to my draw sharp, and then just carve this in. And so I did protrude this out quite a bit. I'm gonna Control R to remesh that. And here you go. Could also do the same thing for this part here. we go ahead and mask this area out. Taking our time to mask this out. And I'm gonna smooth this region. Mask this area out. Smooth this end, smooth out the ends. I don't really want to protrude this area because I still want it to kind of really wrap around the shape of the body of the shoe. Control I to invert it. I'm gonna go and mask this. I'm gonna go to my grab brush and just pull this out. Pull that out slightly. Pull this out like this. And also this way. Push that in kind of like that. Okay, Alt M, and I'm gonna go ahead and remesh this. Cool. And I'm gonna go to my draw sharp and just push this in. I'll also do the same thing for this. I'm gonna go ahead and mask this area out. Control I, and going to kind of push it inwards a little bit, kind of like I did with the other side. Go. Alright, and I'm gonna smooth this out. Looking good. Alright, looking good. And I'm gonna go ahead and smooth this. And Control R to remesh that. And we could kind of indicate a little bit of where our front part, I forgot the name of this area of the shoe. But yeah, if you look at the shoe anatomy, just type in shoe anatomy there. But yeah, basically there's this part of the shoe inside, right, in the middle part. So I'm just kind of indicating where that is, which is really gonna barely show here because it's really deep inside the shoe area. So I'm gonna mask this out, go to my grab brush and just kind of pull this out, smooth it. So kind of indicating that there's a little bit. And also we could go ahead and create a part here of the shoe. I think there's a puffiness here of the shoe going. Could indicate that here. Okay, I could probably make it lower like this. Up. So it has to be also the same on the other side. That. So yeah, I'm gonna go just come around like this. This part is really gonna be covered by the jeans. So I'm not as concerned about the area at the top, but it's good to have a general basic shape of it because the pants are interacting with the top part of the shoe, and if we know exactly the accurate form of the shoe at the top here, at this part here, we're going to be able to have the pants interact much more accurately with the shoe area here. You know what I mean? Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and carve that in a little bit. Alright. So now we could kind of indicate where the holes are going to be for our shoe. And they're going to be here, right? And I think I'm going to add 6 of them. But before I do that, I think I want to go to my draw sharp and just kind of add a little bit more thickness around this area. It's very important because we don't want it to be flat. This part right here is going to be quite noticeable if you look at every shoe. So we want to definitely show that there. And yeah, it gets flat around this area, but around here you could definitely see more of that shape. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and just add some holes in here, kind of indication of where our shoelace are gonna be plugged into, right? And if it's gonna be like that, and then later on we're gonna add a little bit of shape like that. Yeah, I think this is good enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so that's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so we have more of an indication where our shoelace is going to be later. And we could do a little something at the back here. Okay. I'm going to smooth that out. Look at the top view here and bottom view. This area is a little flat. Protrude that out slightly. Put this out slightly. A little too flat. I guess good. Alright, now for this one, I could go ahead and indicate a little bit of the shape. Going on like this. And down. And down like that. Yeah, it's gonna be shaped like that. Coming down like that. Maybe we could even do some masking here also. Oh. Okay, just mask this out, mask this out. Yeah. Control I to invert it. I'm gonna go to my grab brush and I'm just gonna go ahead and pull this out. But before I pull it out, I don't want to pull this area out. I'm going to my grab brush and just gonna pull this out slightly. This direction, go. All right, got something like that, and do a little smoothing. Okay, so here, gonna clean this area up slightly, smooth it. I'm gonna grab brush, I'm gonna pull that down. Alright. Yeah, see how it looks like with the pants. Alright, you could see the shoes like sticking out here. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to my pants area, go to my sculpt mode here. So yeah, for this one, I'm going to turn off my symmetry here. And just add some folds, make the folds pop out more, hold control, and make it pop out. And I'm gonna go to my clay strip brush, make the pants pop out like this. Gonna go to my draw sharp again and hold control and bring back the folds. Just thinking of the zigzag folds here as I do this. make this stick out more. And same with this. There you go. And glacier brush in here. Make this stick out a bit more in this area. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and smooth this. Bring down my smoothing brush because it's melting down the details too much. Okay, I'm gonna go to my draw sharp, draw this out slightly, smooth this area out. Okay, so push this in, push that in. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull this out because it's not working. So I'm gonna go pull that out like this. And I think this is actually kind of working, but I want to pull it out a bit more. Like that. Is this? Yep. Pull it out like this. Here you go. So we got a very nice shape going there. You could see that the pants is really interacting with our shoe here, which really gives a realistic feel to the shape here. Very nice. Okay, and let's see what we're working with when we do a little render test here. Kind of dark, but yeah, we could see the very nice silhouette, how it just interact with the top of the shoe. You see that it gives that very nice realistic feel to it, because we know that there's a shoe underneath that.